Hello, this is a brief tutorial on how to record a narrated slideshow with Keynote. First of all, you should open up your Keynote presentation, which you should have already prepared. Next, what you want to do is click on Inspector. That brings up this file, this window that you will need briefly. And what you want to do is click on the document inspector, which is this first button on the left, and you'll see document, you'll see audio. We're going to click audio because we're going to have to record our slideshow here, and we may want to include some music in our slideshow as we proceed through this process. So what I want to do is go through these slides and narrate. Actually, how I'm going to do that is I'll click record. So now what you are seeing is the presenter display. Sorry, my beautiful picture has disappeared, and you'll see it in a second. But I am now recording my slideshow, and this is what you will see as you record your slideshow. If I click on the right arrow, I can jump to the next slide, and so as you talk about that slide, your voice is being recorded. And I'll move to my next slide by pressing the right arrow. If I want to go back and continue recording, I will hit the left arrow and we will go back to slide number 2. Now what the audience will actually see is what's labeled current slide. Okay, so this is what the people will see. Next slide is to prepare you for what's coming up next. So I'll flip through this presentation that I made for my radio class, and we will move on to our final slide and the end of the slideshow. Next, I can press the right button again, and it will escape me out of that recording. So now if you would look into our inspector document window, you will see slideshow recording here at the bottom, and we have a check mark, and we see our data here. The audio has been recorded. If I push play, and so now what you are seeing, is the presenter display. Okay, and that is the recording of what I just recorded in Keynote. So we have the narrated slide recorded. I can adjust the volume there if it was too loud, or bring it down. I could also now include music. So if I wanted music playing in the background, find your music file and drag it right into soundtrack, the empty soundtrack square. Whatever you want to do with it, play it once if you would like to loop it, or turn it off, which I don't know why you would do that. If you didn't want music playing, then don't drag it in the first place. So what we do now is, we could have went to iTunes library. Sorry to jump back on you, but if you're not creating this on your personal computer, you won't have any files in iTunes library. So now I want to adjust the volume of that music. I don't want the music to be louder than my vocals, because then it wouldn't be a music bed and it would be distracting to the viewer. So I can play the music file just to find out what it sounds like when it gets started, and it sounds great. And I could play this again to hear my narration, and that would be great. Next, I would just push play in the top left-hand corner to hear. And so now what you are seeing, the presentation. So now what you are seeing is the presenter display. Sorry, my beautiful picture has disappeared, and you'll see it in a second. But I am now recording my... Okay, so you hear it now. If you listen to it and you think the music was too loud, you can go back and turn that down a little bit. And that's really it. Your presentation is complete. If you would like to export this as a QuickTime file to be played as a movie or posted to YouTube or whatever you want to do, you can click Share at the very top in Keynote. Go down to Export. Next you would click QuickTime, and select recorded timing because we actually have a recorded timeline because we recorded voice and music. Next, you can change these options as you would like. Click Next and give it a name. So this is the name I want to give it. I might want to put the date there and save it wherever you want to save it. I'll save this to the desktop and click Export. And so now you will see in this window your actual presentation, which will take a little bit of time. So make sure you allow for that time to allow it to export, allow the keynote presentation to export to a file. And that file will show up as a .mov file, whatever you called it, on your desktop or wherever you saved it. Hopefully you'll have a great recording. Have a great day.